You know that feeling, right? You're trying to learn something new, maybe some basic phrases for a trip, and you say them over and over, but they just refuse to stick. It is so frustrating. Well, today we're going to look at a super simple, kind of brilliant solution for making those first lessons actually memorable. Let's get into it.
So the problem usually starts right here, in what you might call the rote memorization rut. I think we've all been stuck there. It's when you're just repeating words endlessly, drilling flashcards. Hello, what is your name? My name is. It's just so dry, isn't it? Kind of robotic. And honestly, it just doesn't work that well for remembering things long term. There's just no fun in it. Which, of course, leads us to the big question. How do you get out of that rut? I mean, how do you take these super important but kind of basic words and make them actually stick in your brain? And, here's the kicker, make it fun. That's really the goal, isn't it?
And this is where things get really interesting. The solution that's proposed is something called a musical mnemonic. I know, that sounds super technical, but don't worry, it's not. It's really just a fancy way of saying using music to help you remember stuff. And the way they suggest doing it, it's just so simple but so powerful.
Okay, so get this. What if you didn't have to learn some complicated new technique? What if the key to remembering all this new stuff was already, like, hardwired into your brain? Tied to a tune you've known practically your whole life? Yeah, this is where it gets really clever.
So here are the lyrics they suggest starting with. Hello, hello, what's your name? I am Name, nice to meet you, friend. Think about what's packed in there. In just those 2 lines, you've got the greeting, the question, and the answer with your name. It's a whole little conversation, right there.
And then it keeps going, adding the next piece of the puzzle. I'm from country. And you, my friend, where are you from? Tell me again. So now you've added where you're from, and you've learned how to ask the other person. It's so simple, right? It's interactive. But what's the secret sauce that makes it all work?
And here it is, the big reveal. It's all set to the tune of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I bet you can hear it in your head right now, can't you? That's the genius of it. You're basically hijacking this super famous melody that your brain already knows inside and out. It's like your brain already has the shelf built. All you're doing is putting new books on it. It makes the words almost impossible to forget.
Okay, so the idea is awesome, but how do you actually do it? Well, the good news is it's incredibly easy. This isn't some complicated teaching strategy. It's a super simple, practical tool you can start using, like, right now.
Putting it into practice is ridiculously simple. It's literally 2 steps. Step 1, you just teach the song and sing it all together. Get everyone involved. And step 2, and this is the really important part, you get everyone to plug in their own name and their own country. That's what makes it click, because suddenly it's not just random words, it's about you.
So why does this simple trick work so much better than just, chanting phrases from a textbook? Well, it all comes down to the power of play. As soon as learning stops feeling like a chore and starts feeling like a game, our brains just open up. We get more engaged, and we're way more likely to actually hold on to the information.
So let's break down what's really going on here. First off, it makes the whole thing way more engaging and fun. Duh. But it also reinforces those essential greetings and self-introduction phrases. The repetition is baked in, but it doesn't feel boring because you're singing. And that music, that melody, acts like a piece of Velcro for your brain, just grabbing onto those new words and making them stick.
And really, when you boil it all down, the main takeaway is this. It's not just a song. It's not just a cute trick for memorizing vocabulary. It's a tool for connection. I mean, the whole point of language is to connect with other people, right? And this method bakes that idea right in from the very first lesson. You're not just learning words, you're learning how to introduce your real self to someone else.
So that just leaves us with one final question to chew on. This trick works great for greetings, but what else could you learn this way? Think about it. The days of the week, counting to 10, maybe even the planets in our solar system? The possibilities are pretty much endless. It just goes to show you sometimes the most powerful learning tools are the ones that have been hiding in plain sight all along.